You have been alive for only a few minutes and something is already moving through the grass towards you. You cannot fly. You cannot climb into a tree. You do not even know what a tree is. Your wings are covered in soft juvenile feathers. Your legs are still adjusting to the idea of standing. And the enormous bird beside you is the only reason you have survived long enough to notice the danger. She is your mother. Your father is nowhere nearby. He may be one of the most spectacular birds on earth, carrying an enormous train covered in shimmering eye spots and making enough noise to advertise his existence across the forest. But childcare is not part of the performance. Your mother incubated you. Your mother will lead you to food. Your mother will warn you when danger approaches. And for roughly your first week, while your wings are still too weak for useful flight, you must survive almost entirely on the ground. You can walk, you can run, but you cannot yet escape into the trees. This is the story of how a baby peacock survives its first week before flight becomes possible. Your story begins inside an egg hidden close to the ground. Your mother is an Indian peahen, the female of the Indian peafowl. Unlike the brilliantly colored adult male, she wears mostly brown, gray, and muted green. That difference matters. Your father benefits from being noticed. Your mother is trying to disappear. She scratches a shallow nest into the ground beneath vegetation and lays several eggs. Then she sits. For about 4 weeks, her body provides warmth while the embryos inside develop. The nest has no roof, no walls, no elevated platform beyond the reach of predators. It is essentially a shallow depression containing several valuable eggs and one extremely alert mother. Your mother leaves only when necessary to feed and drink. Every absence creates risk. A snake can search the vegetation. A mongoose may investigate scent. A monitor lizard can discover eggs. A jackal or feral dog can turn an entire nesting attempt into one meal. So your first survival strategy begins before you can participate in it. Remain hidden. Inside the shell, your body changes, your heart beats, your skeleton hardens, your legs become unusually developed compared with the helpless chicks of many tree nesting birds. Your eyes form, down covers your body. You are being prepared for a very different childhood. A songbird chick may hatch nearly naked and remain inside a nest while its parents deliver food. You will not receive that arrangement. When you hatch, you must leave. The shell begins to feel too small. You press against the inside with your bill. A tiny hard structure near the tip helps break the shell. A crack appears. Light enters for the first time. You strike again. The opening widens. Your mother can hear movement beneath her. Other eggs begin cracking nearby. Eventually, you push your head through, then one wing, then your body. You collapse into the nest, wet and exhausted. For several minutes, you look nothing like the enormous adult peacock humans associate with palaces, gardens, and decorative feathers. You are small, brownish, and approximately as glamorous as a damp ball with legs, but the important equipment already works. Your eyes are open, your body is covered in down, and within a short time, your legs begin pushing beneath you. This is because peachicks are precocial. You hatch much more developed than many baby birds. You do not have weeks to remain inside the nest while food arrives directly into your mouth. The ground is where your family lives. The ground is also where predators hunt. Your mother stands. She calls softly. You follow. Your first steps are uncertain, but they are real steps. The nest that protected you as an egg is already becoming irrelevant. Within hours, you may be moving through grass beside your siblings. You begin feeding almost immediately. Your mother does not place every insect neatly into your bill. Instead, she leads you through suitable feeding areas and pecks at edible objects. You copy her. A seed lies in the soil. She touches it. You peck. A small insect moves beneath a leaf. You attack the leaf rather than the insect. The insect escapes. Your mother finds another. You try again. Peafowl eat a wide range of plant material and small animals, including seeds, shoots, insects, and other invertebrates. For a growing chick, protein-rich insects are valuable. Unfortunately, insects have spent their own evolutionary history learning not to become breakfast. A grasshopper jumps. You run after it. Your legs are surprisingly strong for a bird that emerged from an egg only hours earlier. The grasshopper jumps again. You stop. Your first hunt has ended with the discovery that prey is allowed to disagree. Then your mother freezes. Her posture changes before you understand why. A warning call follows. Every chick reacts. You drop into vegetation. Your brown down disappears among dry leaves and shadows. Above you, a raptor passes over the clearing. It searches for movement. You do not provide any. Your mother may move away from the chicks or position herself where the predator can see her instead. You remain low, The danger passes. This is your first important lesson. When you cannot fly, invisibility must replace altitude. Adult peafowl can escape upward into trees. You cannot. Not yet. The first night is therefore a problem. Peafowl often roost above the ground, where sleeping birds are safer from many terrestrial predators. Your mother can reach a branch. You cannot simply launch after her. During these earliest days, she must keep the brood in dense cover and choose places where you can shelter close to her. Darkness arrives. The daytime forest changes. Shapes disappear. Sounds become more important. You press beneath your mother's body with your siblings. Her feathers cover you. Warmth matters almost as much as protection. You are small. A small body loses heat quickly, especially when wet or exposed to cool weather. Your mother's wings create a living roof. Somewhere beyond the vegetation, something moves. You hear leaves. Your mother becomes alert. A predator hunting at night may smell or hear the brood. You remain motionless beneath her. Eventually, the sound moves away. You have survived day 1. Several more days remain before your wings begin changing the rules. Morning brings food. You follow your mother immediately. This creates another danger. A chick that loses contact with the brood becomes an isolated object moving through a world full of mouths. Your mother moves between shrubs. You chase after her. A butterfly rises from the grass. You follow it for several seconds. This is a poor career decision. When you turn back, the brown shape of your mother has disappeared behind vegetation. You stop. Your siblings are gone too. For the first time, you are completely alone. You call silence. You move toward the last place you saw them. Every patch of grass looks identical from your height. A fallen branch becomes an obstacle. You walk around it and accidentally travel farther in the wrong direction. Then your mother calls. The sound gives you a target. You answer. She calls again. You run. A moving shadow crosses the ground. You flatten yourself. The shadow continues. You remain still for several seconds before running toward the call again. At last, your mother appears between the plants. You rush beneath her. The separation may have lasted less than a minute. To a flightless chick, that is enough time to become someone else's lunch. The next few days repeat the same basic calculation. Eat enough to grow. Do not travel too far from your mother. Freeze when she warns you. Run when hiding fails. Stay warm at night. And somehow, convert insects, seeds, and plant material into wings before a predator discovers where you sleep. Your wing feathers begin developing quickly. You flap them. At first, nothing useful happens. Air moves. Dust rises. Your body remains exactly where gravity placed it. You try again. A sibling flaps beside you. For several seconds, the two of you appear to be performing a complicated exercise with no measurable result. But muscles are strengthening. Feathers are lengthening. Every attempt is preparation. By day 3 or 4, you can run faster. This helps. It also creates confidence that may not be medically justified. A beetle runs into open ground. You chase it. The beetle turns. You follow. Your mother gives a warning call. You turn back. A mongoose bursts from the vegetation. Now the running is no longer practice. Your legs accelerate. The mongoose is faster. Your mother moves toward P, the predator with wings partly spread, creating confusion. Your siblings scatter. You dive beneath a thorny bush. Branches scrape across your back. The opening is too narrow for the predator to enter at full speed. The mongoose circles. You remain inside. Your mother calls from another direction. The predator hesitates. It must choose between searching for one hidden chick and following movement elsewhere. That hesitation saves you. Eventually it leaves. You crawl from the bush. One sibling answers your mother. Another appears from dense grass. Not every brood is so fortunate. Young peachicks are vulnerable, and only a fraction may survive long enough to join the adult population. Predators, weather, disease, and simple separation can remove young birds before adulthood. Your species partly handles this through numbers. Several eggs create several chances. From inside one tiny body, this statistical strategy feels less reassuring. You would strongly prefer to be the chance that works. Rain arrives around the middle of your first week. For an adult peafowl, rainfall may simply mean wet feathers and changing feeding conditions. For you, heavy rain is a thermal problem. Water soaks vegetation. The ground cools, insects disappear beneath cover. Your mother gathers the brood beneath her. You press against warm feathers. She cannot feed while sheltering you. If the weather remains bad, hunger increases. If she leads you out, exposure increases. Parenting is a continuous choice between problems. When the rain weakens, she moves. You follow through wet grass. Drops strike your head. Your legs become muddy. A termite or small insect appears on exposed soil. You swallow it. Then another. Food slowly restores energy. By now, your wings are visibly different from the useless little structures of the first day. You flap during short runs. For a fraction of a second, your feet become lighter, not proper flight, but close enough to suggest that the ground is beginning to lose complete control. Your mother leads the brood toward an area with scattered trees. She can already move between ground and branches easily. You watch her jump onto a low object and then rise farther. Your brain does not contain a written instruction manual. You learn partly by following. A fallen trunk lies ahead. You jump onto it. Your claws grip bark. The height is unimpressive. To you, it is a new world. From here, vegetation looks lower. You flap, your body hops forward. For perhaps a meter, your feet do not touch anything. Then you land badly and nearly fall from the trunk. You have discovered the beginning of flight in the same way many young animals discover important abilities, accidentally with poor technique. Around a week after hatching, Indian peafowl chicks can begin managing short flights. This does not turn you into an aerial expert. You are not crossing valleys. You are not performing the powerful rising flight of a mature peafowl. You can simply begin using height, and that small change transforms survival. The next time danger appears, running is no longer your only option. A jackal approaches near dusk. Your mother notices first. She calls. The brood moves. You run toward a low branch. Your legs push. Your wings open. You flap hard. For one terrifying second, your body hangs beneath the branch rather than above it. Your feet reach bark. Claws close. You pull yourself upward. Another chick reaches a nearby perch. Your mother flies higher. The jackal passes beneath you. A week earlier, the same animal could have chased you across the ground. Now there is empty air between its teeth and your body. You remain above the ground as darkness spreads. Your mother settles nearby. The chicks gather close to her. Reaching the higher roosts used by adults will still require stronger wings and more practice, but the first barrier has been crossed. You can leave the ground. Flight does not end childhood. It changes the dangers. You still depend on your mother for guidance and protection. You continue following her to feeding areas. You learn which calls mean danger and which mean contact. Your ability to fly improves over the following days and weeks. Soon you can reach safer roosting places more reliably. Your legs remain important because peafowl spend much of their time walking and running on the ground. Your wings are emergency equipment and transportation to safety rather than a permanent lifestyle in the sky. Weeks pass, your body grows, the juvenile down is replaced by more developed plumage, a crest begins forming on your head. If you are male, nothing about you yet resembles the enormous shimmering train that may define you years later. That display will take much longer. Survival comes first. Color can wait. The mother who protected you continues. Leading the brood. Your father may still be somewhere nearby displaying to females, apparently confident that producing beautiful feathers fulfilled his contribution to early education. Your mother performs the less decorative work. She warns. She shelters. She leads. She keeps moving. Eventually, the distance between you increases. You no longer need to hide beneath her every time the weather changes. You find food more efficiently. You recognize safe resting places. The chick that once disappeared behind one bush can now move through a much larger area and still return. So, how did you survive your first week without being able to fly? You survived because you did not hatch helpless. Your eyes were open. Your legs worked almost immediately. Your down provided insulation and camouflage. Your mother supplied the knowledge you lacked. Her calls told you when to freeze, when to follow, and when to hide. Dense vegetation became your substitute for a tree. Your coloring made you difficult to see. Your growing legs allowed you to run before your wings could carry you. And every insect you swallowed helped build to the muscles and feathers that eventually opened a root above the ground. Your first week was not about learning to be a beautiful peacock. It was about surviving long enough to become a bird that could leave the ground. Yes, it is difficult to be born as a peafowl chick. Your nest is on the ground. Your father does not help raise you. Predators can approach from grass, branches, and sky. Rain can remove heat from your tiny body. One wrong turn behind your mother can leave you alone. For several days, the trees above you are safe places you can see but cannot reach. But there is beauty too. You hatch ready to walk. You follow one brown bird through a world taller than your body. Every day, your legs become steadier. Every night, your mother covers you. Tiny feathers become useful wings. Then one evening, the branch that seemed impossibly high is suddenly beneath your feet. The forest floor remains dangerous. It always will. But now you have another direction. Up. A week ago, a shadow passing overhead forced you to disappear into grass. Tonight, you rest above the same grass. Your mother settles beside you. Below, something moves through the darkness and finds nothing. You close your eyes. Tomorrow, your wings will be stronger.